Today we are installing our Cybertruck Ultra Premium tempered glass screen protectors. It's a bit of a mouthful. So the format of this video is going to be the same as most of my others. We're going to do a quick what's in the box. I'm going to give you some of the benefits. There is a reason why I'm 100% certain these are the best screen protectors in the world for your Tesla. We make them full models. So I want to cover that. So obviously use the chapter markers in the YouTube to skip my ramble if you want to, but please don't skip the installation part. That's really important. 99% of the issues are installation, and nearly all of those are because there's either dust or alignment issues. All of that is so easily avoided with some simple instructions. So that's what I'm going to cover off. Okay, so what's in the box? So you get the choice of matte or clear. Let's talk about that for a minute. So in the truck right now, I have a clear protector. I'll be taking that off in a minute, so you'll be able to see what that looks like a little further downstream of the video. I'm going to be installing the matte. So in terms of our sales for the last decade, virtually, matte sells 60%, clear 40%. If you want the glossy kind of Mac-esque screen, then clear is the way to go, but there is a caveat. I'll get to that in a second. If you want more of a satin finish, which feels fantastic when you're running your hands over it, much more like a Kindle or something like that, this is really nice. It also obfuscates a lot of the glare, the spectral glare, so kind of the direct reflections. They're essentially diluted, so matte is really good for that. Clear, you know, it is clear. It's invisible once it's applied. The one caveat I would say is that if you wear polarized glasses, then there's a chance you'll get a rainbow effect on the clear. There's all kinds of scientific reasons. Well, there's one scientific reason for that. And it's sort of unavoidable. It's just because of the difference in material between the Tesla screen, which is not made of the same stuff, and then our screen protectors, which are made from aluminosilicate glass, which is the hardest glass in the world. I'll cover all this in a second. So you will get a slight rainbow effect potentially. It doesn't bother everyone, doesn't bother me, but it does bother some, so just be aware of that. Okay, so that's what the difference is between the two. Now, why are these the best in the world? Well, I talked about it a minute ago. We use aluminosilicate glass. As far as I know, we're the only manufacturer in the world that does. And this is the same glass that's used on your iPhone, your Android, whatever it is, your tablet. You know, it's very scratch resistant. The difference between that and soda lime glass, which is what your average screen protector is made of, is the way they're formed. So aluminosilicate glass is a synthetic glass. It's formed at the thickness you need. Soda lime glass screen protectors, they're very fragile because they're etched to and kind of ground down to the depth that they need to be. So that inherently makes them vulnerable to cracking. Now in a Tesla, let's all be honest, that's probably not going to be a problem that often. But this is why when you put a screen protector on your cell phone and you know, it cracks, you think, oh, thank God it saved the screen. No, it didn't. It just cracked. That's what they do. The slightest impact, especially from the side or the edge, will cause it to crack. It doesn't mean it saved your phone at all. But you know, that's a whole separate industry that's doing pretty well. So we have the toughest glass in the world, no question about it. Obviously we have the oleophobic coating. This helps resist fingerprints and also clean up the fingerprints afterwards. We sell screen cleaners, which I should definitely have in this video, but I don't see one laying around. But they're yay big, they're very cool. They're like 10, 12 bucks, whatever they are, but great for just a red light to clean your screen. Also unique in the industry, we have a silver ion coating. So this is a hangover from the COVID years. But what it means is that 99.9+% of germs are killed on contact. And it's a permanent ion coating, so it never vanishes, never goes away, never deteriorates. We can't say 100% because no manufacturer can say 100%. That's why Domestos and toilet bleach and all the others are 99.9. Clorox. It's impossible to get to 100%, but it is the best in the world for that. And it's something you want, right? Kids, other people, touch your screen. So I endorse it for both in the car, on your phone, on your tablet, wherever. We have this snap-on grid. Now you'll see other grids or other snap-on frames that look similar, as is ours. It was made for us to our specification. We made many, many changes to the generic one that you'll see on other sites. So take that for what it is. Ours is a really good fit. It's been designed, you know, it's not in my interest to sell these giant screen protectors and have someone screw up the installation, because we'll take care of you, but you know, it's an expensive endeavor. So we want success first time around. It's the best business model. With all that said, last thing, if it does somehow get damaged in duty, so these are really tough, but if you scratch it with a diamond ring, somehow it gets cracked, we've had plenty of, over the years, we've had plenty of people report issues where a handbag strap got flicked up against the screen or something. The screen protector did its job. We'll replace it for free. So as long as you have the car or truck, we'll replace it. With that said, let's get to what's in the box. So we're going to open up the Max. This is what I'm going to install. As I say, we already have a clear installed in there, so I'll show you that in a second. So this is actually the first one I've opened. Every other one I've worked with has been a proof of concept. So this is the first production version. So in here, we have some cleaning wipes. So we have a wet wipe, a lint-free cloth, and then some dust grabbers. We'll cover that in a second. We have basic instructions. These are sort of replica of what's on the back of the box, which are a bit more detailed. If you don't have the patience for that, we have pictures. Best thing is this video. And then we have the rear screen protector, which is easy to apply. And then we have the front screen protector, which if I just pop it out of here, this is what it looks like. So it's pre-mounted in a frame. You obviously remove this piece of foam, position it on the screen, apply, you're done. It's a 5-minute job. So that's what I'm going to show you. First thing I'm going to do is roll the truck out to the sun. I cannot stop calling it a car. I'm going to roll this out in the sun because we want to spot all the dust that's on the screen. So we're going to do that, then we'll start the installation. All right, so we're all ready. The good thing about having a 4-foot deep dash is the screen protector box fits right on it. As I mentioned, we have the clear protector on here at the moment. If I just go to settings, display, and turn on screen clean mode. So you'll see there's a few fingerprints on there. This is the cleaner I mentioned earlier. It's probably an add-on on the page, but it's just great for that quick kind of cleanup at the red light. You can see it's really effective. We've been selling these for years. They're great to have around the house anyway. It does sound like a plug, and I guess it kind of is, but they're just really good. So that's what that looks like. So I'm going to remove this. As you can probably see on one of the cameras or both of the cameras, lots of reflection, right? Spectral glare, spectral reflection. So this is as expected. It's no different to the factory screen. You'll see that when I pull it off. So if you do like the glossy, pin sharp look, you probably don't wear polarized glasses, then HD clear is for you. But this is how you remove a screen protector should you need to. Just lift it on one corner, gently pull it away, like so. Okay, so you'll see still a bunch of reflections, no difference there. So first thing I'm going to do is grab one of the cleaning kits. Now obviously the screen is clean, so I just took off another screen protector, but we're going to give it a clean anyway, especially with the wet wipe. That helps eliminate some of the static. Oh, I should have said, I need to turn off the air conditioning, unfortunately, as well. So we're at this point now where we need to minimize airflow in the car, in the truck. So with deep regret, that gets turned off. Let's go back to screen, display, screen clean mode. Okay. So you'll see it written all over the instructions. Dust is your biggest enemy here. This is a really big screen. I was going to show some scale on what's in the box. These are giant. They're the biggest ones we've sold. Fun story. I did consider starting a Peloton business at the height of Peloton, which was the height of COVID, of course. And I had a screen protector designed for those. But then COVID went away. Peloton did a nosedive, and we really don't have a need for them anymore. Anyway. Fun story. So don't do what I did and drop this on the floor, but what we're doing is just kind of covering the entire area. As I say, main purpose of this, if the screen is already clean, is to help kill some of the static. Okay, because we're in the sun, we can easily see any dust. So now I'm going to move very slowly and deliberately. I'm going to grab the screen protector from its packaging. Going to put the instructions there, move that, get rid of the rear screen, and obviously remove that. So now, a little orientation, this is how it goes on. It does snap quite cleanly onto the screen, so be sure it's properly mounted all the way around on each side. like so. As I say, this frame may look like others. This is the only one with our logo on it. This is our frame. On reflection, I probably should have made it a different color to the sort of generic ones, but there you go. So now we're here, I'm looking at these instructions. All we have to do is just pull this to one side. The screen protector will be released from the rear adhesive will be exposed, and then we just apply it to the screen. There is an important step though, so I'm going to do this. So simply pull this back, like so. Okay, and then before I do anything else, so it's still suspended away from the screen, I'm going to look at the edge of the screen and make sure that it's lined up correctly. If it is, which I think it is, make sure the screen mount is still in place. We're just going to apply a little pressure, bring it down, take it across. Now right now there's still a protective film on the screen, of course, so we're going to take care of that in a minute. Just want to get the basic positioning done. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, and this is sort of the important step, I'm going to place my thumb up here, place it up here, and just remove that away from the screen protector. Bring this down, and then let the application complete. All right, so pretty good. You can see I've got a little something up here. I don't know whether that is dust or just trapped air. I think it's probably just trapped air, so I'm just going to work that out. And there you go. So that is a perfect installation. Hopefully you can see no air bubbles. Hopefully you can also see the difference in reflections. So the spectral glare, you know, the sort of mirror-like reflections are spread out across the screen. And then the feel on the screen is really, really nice. There's no feeling of grip. So I'm not trying to sell you on one protector or the other, but this is why the satin or matte finish screen protector is as a top seller. So hold to exit. You can see there's no impact on the responsiveness of the screen. It's still as good as always. We've had no reports for Cybertruck based on our very limited testing, of course, but if you do see your screen frittering out after you've applied the screen protector, those are just phantom touches. I'm going to turn the air on now before I cook. As you can see, it's only 25. Yeah, if you start to see phantom touches occurring, don't worry at all. Just do a soft reboot of your truck. So press and hold the scroll wheels on the steering wheel until the Tesla logo appears. Maybe it's a Cybertruck logo in Cybertruck, not sure. And then that'll take care of it. So no issues at all. I know Tesla recommend not installing any screen protector. We of course have been selling these now for 10 years for all testers. Never ever had an issue reported as a result of the screen protector being installed. So whatever, you know, the nature and material of this is obviously very thin. It's about as thin as you can get for a screen protector. Does no harm at all to the screens. I think Apple even recommends not putting a screen protector on their phones as well, so take it for what it is. That's the front one done. Let's get to the rear. Okay team, here we are in the back. So a little difficult to get the camera angles back here, but we're going to follow the same process. This one's actually a lot easier. First thing we're going to do is turn off the air. And then, as I mentioned at the front, we have a clear screen protector on here already. So I'm just going to, actually what I'm going to do first is go to settings, display mode, screen clean. Then we're going to peel this off. As before, going to give it a wipe with the wet one. So give this a nice clean too. The air is still on up front, which is fine. Just don't want any air moving back here. So I'm going to clean all around there. Just clean down here too. A lot of air, a lot of dust collects down here, so it doesn't do any harm at all. Just to pick that up. The less dust in the area, the better. Then we're going to remove from the protective pouch. You'll see this sign here, back. So we're going to turn that around. And this is how you install it. We're going to remove that back protective film. We're going to place it on the screen like that. So do a dry fit first, as I am, to kind of get your eye in. Obviously you're looking at the two corners at the top and then the beveled corners on the bottom side there. So when we're happy with that, we're going to gently peel this back. I'm going to grab it on that side and then just hold it over here. grab the other ear. And really I'm just looking at the top now, because if the top's good, everything is good. Okay, swipe down again just to let the screen protector adhere. Give it a helping hand, and then I'm going to remove this piece. Whew, got a giant bubble under there, so that's a good one. Let's see what we can do. That one looks like dust, so we're going to have to use our screen grabbers. Grab some of those. I don't know if you can see it on any of the cameras, but there's a tiny speck of dust just there. So that's why we really emphasise trying to get all the dust out. I don't think there's anything here. This is just trapped air, so we can get rid of that easily enough. Let me grab the cloth. So let's work all these out first and see where we've got a problem. If any of them are becoming a little stubborn, all you do is just peel back to where it is. Okay, so we're left with that piece of dust there, and then looks like a little bit on the corner up there too. So we're going to grab our dust grabbers. Now we don't know whether this dust is on the screen protector now or on the screen, so we're just going to peel this back. So I'm trying to do this so you can see what I'm doing as well. It looks like it's on the screen to me. Sorry, the screen protector. So just going to lay it down, do that. Don't think that got it. That did get it. Okay. So lay it back down. Let it here again. Move over here a little bit. So another one down here. Can't see any dust under there, so that's taking care of that. And then up here, being honest and a little bit gross, that's probably something I had under my fingers when I peeled it back in that corner. So we're going to have to just really get under there. Now we have it written on the, that took care of that, so let's just finish that off. There we go. So another perfect installation, hold to exit. So it does say on here, dab don't drag, that's super important. This uses a silicone adhesive. It's essentially the same adhesive as on the back of these, it's the same adhesive you find on a 3M post-it. So just dab it, peel back, peel back, peel back, don't drag ever because you'll leave residue and then you're kind of done. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. This has been Pete from Abstract Ocean. Goodbye.